Hey, hello everybody. My name is Junior, and I'm making this video to show everything you'll need to do a Jeep Grand Cherokee power steering gearbox swap in a 67 Chevelle. The steering box came from a 95 Grand Cherokee. I think 93 to 98 will work. This is a 283 car, so I had to order aftermarket brackets to mount a power steering pump. Stuff that you'll need for this, parts you'll have to order. If you have an old style power steering pump that has the flange fittings in it, you'll need to order these adapters that go on your lines to mount them lines to the newer gearbox. If you have a newer style pump like mid 80s, has the O-ring fittings on the lines, they should bolt right up. The fittings for that, this is your part number you will need for them fittings to convert the flange style lines to the newer style gearbox. One other thing you'll need is the steering coupler, or what they refer to as the rag joint, that attaches your steering column to the steering box. That is from like a early to mid 80s Chevy C10 pickup. The part number is that 31011, and that's a direct bolt on. This gearbox from the 93 to 98 Grand Cherokees, it doesn't matter if it's two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, it will directly bolt onto your frame. No holes drilled, nothing has to be cut. You just bolt straight on, ready to go. The one other thing that you will need is you will need a pitman arm from a power steering 67 Chevelle. The manual steering pitman arm, it's too small, will not fit onto the new spline of the new gearbox. The only other thing you need to know about your pitman arm is that these cars have two different size drag links. That is the link that the pitman arm connects to. See if I can get a good view of that down there. You can see there's the top of it right there. That's what hooks to your drag link. This one had a 7/8 inch drag link. You just have to measure that diameter. I know there is two different types, so you need to make sure what type you have before you order it, because they have a different stud that goes to that pitman arm where it connects. That should be all you need as far as putting the gearbox in and connecting it to your drag links and your steering arms, power steering pump. Being this a 283 motor, I didn't have like the bolt holes in the heads where you could just use, regular stock brackets for your power steering pump. 350 Chevy, 327s, you probably have more ideas, more bolt holes and stuff to work with as far as using some stock brackets. Like say I have an aftermarket one, which is basically like two plates in the bottom, and this one on the top kind of comes off the power steering arm. This is kind of a rough mock-up. I'll clean it up at a later time when I go through to restore the car. The only other problem I had was coming up with a proper belt and finding the proper way to run them, where with the alternator being here on the left side of the motor, kind of made things a little more difficult, so I had to run it through a double pulley. So I have one single belt that runs from the crank to the pulley on the power steering pump, and then one belt that goes all across the water pump, alternator, and the power steering pump. So that should be everything you need to know. There's no kind of major fabrication or anything needed to do this. If you have all the bright parts ahead of time, it's the main reason I'm making this video, because it took me a little while. This is something you can do in probably just a couple hours. So good luck to you. It works great. You can steer from one side to all the way to the other in 3 turns, so it's kind of a quick ratio. And good luck to you. Thanks.